I'm back with another video. Oh, finally. I really couldn't do one because I had to take my hair out. I had to take my twists out. So now my hair is freshly washed, conditioned, detangled, and braided. Y'all already know this is the classic combo. Just keep it nice and protected because it's cold and I'm really not even going nowhere. Sorry, Archer Adventures, we ain't even got no adventures planned out for right now. I ain't got no adventures right now. Okay, so to keep me on track for keep my thoughts on track, on the train track of events, I have to go back through my camera roll. That's all I can really do. So this one gonna be about Mexico City again. Okay, I was there for a long time, so we're gonna have a lot of Mexico City videos. Like I went to LA first, went to Smoking Grooves, and then boom, that flight from there, LA to Mexico City, I feel like it was only like 2 hours. I'm like, if you live over there, I would be over there in Mexico City all the time. So it's probably where all the not gentrification, but people like being against like the raising rents and expats and people from the US coming in and stuff. Like they don't really want too many Americans. Well, the people that's making money, yeah, I'm sure they want Americans to keep coming, but like the local people who maybe can't afford the rent now, like, all right, this is a decent neighborhood or whatever for them, but since you come in there raising rents, they can't really stay there. So what they gonna do? But still, like, if you living in LA or something, I know it's very expensive over there. If I was living in LA, I would go to Mexico City because it's tough over there. I went to a Denny's, like my first night in my hotel there. I went to, first of all, I walked to Denny's. That probably wasn't the best idea, but I did. And I think something that might have cost $7 or $8 at a Denny's in Georgia, somewhere in the South, whatever, I feel like it cost me probably like $18 total over there. So I'm like, oh, I'm not, I don't think I'm a West Coast, not a West Coast girl. Couldn't be with those prices. Now the videos, as much as I would like to wish that they're going to be in a chronological order, as in like, okay, you went to LA and you went to Mexico City and like this is the first day and blah blah blah, it's all a blur, and like the camera roll helped me, but still it's not enough. So this is the time I went to Centro, which is like their downtown area, like historical area, museums, culture, stuff like that. So I went down there, toured the museums. I think I only had maybe a couple places lined up in mind, but of course, like I heard there's so many down there, I really didn't care like what I ran into. Like I had the specific ones, and then whatever else, like, okay, then whatever else we'll get to. So that day I decided to ride the train. Now that might have been my first time trying out the train system. Yeah, I think it was. So first thing, I think I finally got ready, got out there, and my phone kept telling me like, okay, this is a stop. So I'm looking around and I'm like, I even get in there, like, had my card, bought the card, put money on it, scanned through, and I'm looking at the map. I'm like, okay, I know where I'm supposed to be going, but it was telling me I was in the wrong place, and I'm looking at the map. It's like, I'm not seeing where I'm supposed to be going on the map. So, like, being out and about, I do not like to look too confused. I'm already black out there. You know I'm not from there. I'm looking like a lick. I hate looking like a lick. So, pretty much, after a while, like, looking crazy, like, you can look at the map. Like, it's not working out. I wasn't the only one looking at the map, so it wasn't too bad. But I just asked a police woman, like, where is this at? whatever, right? And she was like, not here. Like, so she was speaking in Spanish, but she was like not here, like go over there. I'm like, over where? Over where? So she was talking about the corner, so I just kept walking. I'm like, okay. Then I think it finally like came out on my phone. It was like, okay, I was standing at the bus station and not like, I was supposed to be going down to the train like the subway, but they have like the long buses, and I didn't know the difference between the symbols. Like if you go to Mexico City, they have like, I think it looks like an M a little bit. I'll show you my card. Hold on. Okay, so this is the Metro card. I love it. I just feel like everything in Mexico City is just so cute. I can't get over it. Like, how is your bus card this cute? Your Metro card this cute? So, like, they have, you know what? I should have been paying attention when I bought this thing. Oh yeah, like, so luckily, like they take card, they take cash. Mexico City is just really top tier city. But you see these, like these symbols, I was not aware just yet, and I really just looked at the back of this card for the first time, honestly. So I don't even know what all of these mean. Maybe this one, I wonder if this one gets you one of those little free, like they have little city bikes that maybe some be free, maybe some you pay for. I don't know, but yeah, like this is for the train. The orange M is for the train, like full M. But then this one was MB, and that was for the bus. But of course, I was starting to look crazy. So anyway, I went down to the train station. I don't know, it wasn't very confusing. I don't feel like it was confusing at all. It might have been like pink line or orange line. I think I had to take one line, then get off. Then I think get on the orange line. I believe they had numbers to them too. So it wasn't like you just looking for a color like the Atlanta train model. So yeah, it wasn't bad. All I had to do was get off on Bellas Artes stop. Bellas Artes for like the museum that I was going to. That was the first museum. So I'm gonna put the pictures in as I go. Like if it just pop up somewhere, just know I'll be like I wish I could be like, but I'm editing after. Yeah, like they had the cool little metro. I'll show you that. Yeah, I'll show you that. It's like I think is it Godot or some designer. I know it starts with a G. He's like a famous, Gaudi. I think it's Gaudi. Is an architect like in Spain. Like, okay, he has a certain style. He does stuff. And I believe maybe it's Spain, France, somewhere else where they have like little bus station signs that just look very whimsical. They look like different. So I feel like they put that out there for the museum, or because it's an art area, or maybe it's just like historically always been there. I don't know. But like, yeah, that's it. After that, I believe, yeah, Bellas Artes Museum, like Palace Museum, Bellas Artes, something like that. It was a very cute, very cute museum from the outside. I think it has like the angel or whatever at the top. Actually, yeah, there's a picture from that angle on my website. Like, it has that big spanning view of the city. And yeah, it's like, it's real big. All the all the tree, like it was spring, all the trees, flowers blooming. Everything is just so cute to me. Everything was so cute, beautiful, like people out enjoying the sunny day. Did I hear music around there? Possibly, but I really like seeing people out and about doing stuff. Like everybody there couldn't be a tourist, right? So I think I read before that a lot of people in Mexico City, like, they still go to the museums even though they've probably been to them before. Like, they just like to go. It's something to do. I'm like, you know, I'm with that. Really, I'm with that. If I was in a city with a lot of museums and stuff, maybe I would do the same thing. Like, just, because what is it to hop on the train? It's nothing to hop on the train and go out. Or it's nothing to hop on the bus and ride down and go to Chapultepec Forest. Like, any little attractions that you can get into them. Why not? Yeah, I love the first museum. I think it was pretty small, but I really did like the artifacts that they had in there. Like a lot of textiles, a lot of like crafts that people did from different eras they were in. Yeah, just really, really, really nice. And so yeah, like you buy your ticket and you go in, and it was pretty much like you had to kind of follow along with the crowd. I was there on the weekend, I think. So of course it's gonna be a crowd. Weekend, early morning, tourist time. It's tourist time. So it's packed, but like you just go along, take your time. Don't worry about nobody rushing you. Nobody was rushing or anything. Take your time and look. Take your time and take your pictures. There's the little guide, not little. There's the guides around, and like they help you out if you got a question. They lead you to every floor. I think it was only like maybe 2 to 3 floors. So after like the main ones, I believe, yeah, I saw like the murals on the outside. And yeah, there may be shows too. There may be shows or viewings or like exhibitions. There was something that a lady was pointing me toward, but when I went down and looked, I didn't see anything. So that's what happens when you don't speak the language. Like if I had maybe booked a tour for somebody to like take me around to all the museums down there, maybe I would have learned more. Maybe I would have seen more. But like just being out there, out and about, and seeing like the different types of art, different types of just pieces that people would make, whether it's for like an actual use, like functional, or if it's just for art. I like that. So after that, I started walking. Now I may have had my phone. I know I took pictures, but like, did I really have my phone out after that? Probably not too much, because you can't really do that too much. I probably looked at my phone like this, like, right, go down 2 blocks, make that right, and then, okay, because being out in the city or anywhere, nobody should have their phone out like that. It might get snatched. May very well get snatched. So went down and was looking for the house of blue tiles, like Casa Azul, Casa de Azulejos, something like that. Now that place was really cute. first I went into like, I think it was a Sanborn's cafe at the bottom of it to get in there, and then went straight back to the right, and I saw, it was like the cafe. It was like the cafe, and I was like, I'm trying to get into the museum. And then she had me stand in line. But then when I seen more people passing me by, I was like, wait a minute, why they going in and I'm not? But okay, duh, like miscommunication. She must just thought I was there to eat. So I was like, I just wanna, I'm a tourist. Like I wanna take a tour of the place I'm not eating. So she let me by, and like walking in, like all the art is on the walls. Like it's really well lit, well ambient lighting, well lit in that way. So ambient lighting, and I don't know, I love the architecture like that. Love it. You'll see. Okay, welcome back. And filming this is crazy because I know I gotta edit the stuff in. So yeah, don't mind me with the pauses. But okay, like after that I saw like the stairs, had to go up the stairs. Like when I feel like this kind of stuff be making me feel like my life is a movie. Like I watch too much TV. I've seen just a lot of movies, even what is it, Ocean's 8, like when it was Sandra Bullock and like Rihanna, and who else they had on the cast? I don't know. Ooh, even and her name Anne, girl from Princess Diaries, she was in it too. So yes, like seeing stuff like that, like when they was going to, I can't remember nothing. Okay, I think they was going to the Met. They was going to the Met ball or something with some famous designer lady was over it. I think it was the Met. Yes, I think. So going there, like places that are really like ornate, like the details are there. Like people took their time painting tiles. People took their time really carving. Like is it stucco? Probably not. It's probably not stucco. I promise I took architecture in school, like architecture history or design history. But listen, at this point, that was years ago. Was it 8 years ago? Could have been 9 years ago. No, 6 to 8 years ago that I took the little architecture history to know all the styles. You know, like the name, I think it was Rococo and stucco standing out to me, and just different types of design. Listen, it's in here, but I gotta read about it before. Don't mind me, child. Don't mind me. Just know a very pretty place, very pretty, very well kept. If it's like truly historical, very well kept. And like even upstairs, like they had live music. I think they was kind of, maybe they have a buffet up there sometimes, but people was definitely up there eating. And the waiters were dressed all fancy, and you could look out on the balcony, and you could just stand out there, and that's where I took some pictures at. Now the guy, he was up there, I was like, ooh, I didn't see nobody in certain rooms. I'm just walking around like looking. I didn't know what I was gonna find. So the guy was like, oh, it's certain rooms here. He showed me like you can go over here, you can go over here, and like they have like another area downstairs that I really didn't see before I even came up. And I think it like looked a little bit darker over there, but still like well designed, and everything just looks very fancy to me. Whether it's like old type fancy, classic type fancy, or just like historical type fancy, like with the place that they had the Met in like Ocean's 8. Places like that, artistically cute, love it. But yeah, he showed me all them places and was like, yeah, you can take pictures up here if you want to. He might have offered to take the pictures for me. He might have. He was real cool. But yeah, after that, I think I just walked around, went to the next place. Yes, it's coming back to me. It's coming back to me. When I was looking out on the balcony, like, then I seen like the main street of people. Like people just walking up and down like the little main street. You know what? Let me Google this stuff. Because I can't be giving y'all no details on this. How does that help you? Okay, I got it. It's Avenida Francisco Madero. And it's like a pedestrian street. I was looking out over on that balcony in Casa de... Hey, I got maps up now. Can't stop me now. And it's Casa de los Azulejos. Blue tiles. So, yeah, I was like looking out over that. And then I saw something like interesting looking across the street. I feel like it had... might have been like orangish red building. So I was like, all right, I'll go over there when I get out. And I seen people like selling, like the vendors are all out there. They selling different things, selling things for kids, like just little souvenir type things. But yes, I went over there and I just knew it was gonna be like another little museum for me to do. But it was a church, honey. I don't think they was having church just yet, but I feel like people was going in for church. So, let's get back on maps. If that was right across the street, Templo de San Francisco. Like, it looked so old. I was like, I don't even know if I'm supposed to be in here. Like, I feel like if I'm not Catholic, of course, everybody welcome. I'm like, dang, I feel like I shouldn't even be in here if I'm not serious. Like, not serious about coming to church. But, of course, like, Catholic churches be very, like, very, very ornate. Very, I hate to say gaudy, but just, like, the style of things, like, very well articulated. My vocabulary real bad today. My vocabulary is real bad today, okay? But there's more. I think at that point I might have been hungry. I don't think I found much to eat. People were selling stuff on the street, but it was a little bit too late in the day for me to buy the stuff that they were selling. I just feel like maybe they had been out there a little too long, like maybe a little too long with the fruit. And looking at like my pictures from that day, I had just gotten over food poisoning, so I probably was just way too like, you know what, I'm not trying nothing. I'm not trying nothing at all. Cause that food poisoning, this gonna be a whole nother video. So I made my way down to, I saw that one museum. I think the museum was in a bank. I'll show you them pictures. I don't even know like what the installation was about, but it had like these big round decorated sculptures. I thought it was real cool. Like they had different artwork in there, different installations, like little rooms you kind of interact with, I think a little bit, but not too much, because of course like you can't touch people's work. And I remember looking in something, and I feel like maybe it was a fountain or something that I could just see myself in. It was like big black, and all I know was, I don't know how that thing was black and reflecting so well, but it did. I might find the name of the actual installation. Is it focusing? Yeah, I might find the name of the actual installation and like put it in there. But what else, child? It was hot. It was hot that day. So I don't know why that icy was so big. It was like I seen everybody walking around with ices, like the kind from like Kmart on Gordon Highway if you're from Augusta. like big ICEE ices where they only got like red and blue, right? So everybody walking out with the biggest ices. I'm like, hold on, I'm parched. I'm parched and I need something. So I go in there and I'm like, wow, I just didn't expect to see these right here downtown. Really didn't expect that. So that was nice and refreshing. Nice and refreshing. I made my way to the Zocalo, like the square. I think Zocalo is like literally square. You can find a Zocalo in any Latin American town. They're gonna have like a little downtown. They're gonna have a Centro. They're gonna have a square, a Zocalo. So for this one, it was really big, but they was working on it. So I didn't like really get to go into it. They had, the clap was loud. They had like a little tent up in there. They might have had a crane sitting in Zocalo. But yeah, I couldn't really go in it, so it wasn't active. But people was still like around it. And I was just walking and walking and walking and walking. And like all I see is people like selling stuff. Like they're sitting down with their crafts laid out. Different type crafts. Like were they native? I think some of the people were native maybe and selling different things from their culture. Seemed like it. But I was just walking at that point, walking. And I went to, I should have had these names, honey. Look like this one right here. Got to be this one. Big gate in front of it. It was another, yes, a church. So tell me why I was trying to get in there, and I think they told me I couldn't have my drink, my huge icy. So of course I stood outside the gate and drank it, because who knows when I was gonna have another one. Like ices or whatever. That's just not something that's very common. Like I realized that just something that's not very common in at least Mexico City when I was there. Didn't see it there. And I didn't see it on the beach. As hot as it was, I'm like, y'all ain't got no ices. When it get hot, this be the first thing I'm looking for. Icy, snow cone, snowball, freezer pop, anything like that. Yeah, I went to another church. I thought it was more of a museum, but pretty much, yeah, I just got to like walk in. It was people, of course, always people in there, like, you know, maybe they need to repent. Maybe they just feel called to sit there at church today. But yeah, like people in there, and then like other people are just tourists kind of walking around like me. Yeah, I remember seeing like some big doors. It was 2 big doors. And I tried to pull them because I just knew it had to be like another part. Like this building was huge. Like I had to walk like a full block to cover the whole range of it. And the first gate, they wouldn't let me go in the first gate. So the security guard, he sent me way down to the second one. So I'm like, okay, well, if it's 2 entrances, then if I go in this one, then it's gotta be a way for me to get around to the other side, like through the big doors, like duh, cause where else? What else would be a signifier for you to get around? Cause other than that, it was just like the building, like the church, and like, I don't think you call it a pulpit for Catholic churches. Like, I promise I'm not slow. I promise you. But Catholic church is not it's not my expertise. So, yeah, like after that, it was just like the big facade. This in the Catholic church. The Catholic pulpit is there. And it was like a big door opening so you could go out. I'm like, well, why would I come in here just to stand in here? So I maybe took a couple pictures. If I got them, they'll be in. And yeah, I walked out and I heard music. And I seen all the dancers. But of course, they wasn't dancing like that. They was doing like a cultural dance. What it was. Exactly, I'm not sure. I was just walking around. Everybody was just in the square, standing around watching. So I figured, I mean, I love seeing stuff like that. Represent your, okay, like, yeah, represent your people. If this is a way to bring in money for your community, or if they feel like that's a place where their people like historically were before Spaniards came in, then it's like stand on your ground and do your dance, give praise, give thanks, give offering, whatever it may be. Or just them being together, like the fact that like they still know the dances and like know the chants and like are able to come together and do it together. Like this is not choreography, but like it's something learned, something that's passed down, and I think that's cool. Yeah, even like they had the drummer out there, grown man. If you're not looking to see booty cheeks on a random Saturday in Mexico City, then don't go down there. Or just don't watch the dances in if that's something that might offend you. Cause they was out. His cheeks was definitely out. But I think it was just the drummer guy. Maybe that's like a special position within the group. I don't know. Now it's looking like I ain't learned nothing. I promise you I learned something in Mexico City. Okay. Let's get back to the map. 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 That might be everything on the map that I like really did that day. Oh no! I did walk more. So yes, like I walked more, and I was hungry then. So I found the place. I'm walking. Found just a place with good reviews that sell tacos. I'm like, I want tacos today, or I want to try some good food. When I tell you, for the life of me, I have searched on Google Maps for this taco place, but I cannot find the name. I cannot find anything that resembles it. And this has to be a unique restaurant for real. Like, if you've been to Mexico City and tried some really good huaraches, and I think they had the pozole. I feel like maybe I read comments that they had the best pozole in Centro when I went there. Of course, like, to describe the restaurant, it may or may not help. So I'm gonna just give you what I seen. I was walking and I seen like two stalls that look like different restaurants, but then it turned out they were the same one. But like this part was the kitchen, and then this part was like I saw people sitting in there. So when I walked up, I just started to go in because I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna just go find me a table. But the guy kind of stopped me at the front. He was like, okay, I'll show you. Now, I'm telling you everything in English, but the stuff be in Spanish, okay? So all I know is like, in simplest terms, like the guy was probably like, okay, I'll show you like where you can get a table. So he takes me up the stairs, like, all right, up. And I'm like, God, dog, first of all, it was hot. It got hotter and hotter. Hotter and hotter the higher we went up. I'm like, this is only 5 steps. It's not me being out of breath. It's not that. It's that. It's so humid in here. It's so hot in here. Y'all got this kitchen right here. Y'all got you cooking meat right outside. It's no AC. I don't feel like I felt a fan. Anything. But yeah, like we walked up, then I seen a first floor or like a mid type floor, like a mid-level type floor. I'm like, how y'all even get all this in here? Because from the street, it just looked like it was a a square, like just a little box restaurant. I was like, okay, maybe they had people sitting outside as well. Like I think they had people sitting outside because in Mexico City, like the restaurants, like be a restaurant here, sidewalk, you got seating right here. I love that. But yeah, just saying, if that helps somebody identify this restaurant that I cannot find. So I seen a whole, like they had a whole little dining area right there. I'm like, okay, and we continuing up the steps. And then like we got to the actual floor, like the actual floor that all the tables was on. So I'm standing up against the wall. I'm like, it's packed. And like it honestly wasn't even a room to stand around and wait necessarily, just back up against the wall, because the kitchen is downstairs and the guys that are working, they are running up and down these steps. And I just think this is the most interesting restaurant that I went to when I was in Mexico City. I don't think I saw any other ones like that. But oh my God, I'm so like discounting the view when I got up there. I believe the room was like painted all in, I think it was yellow, but full of windows, like the whole thing full of windows. And did they have they might have had some terrace seating as well, but not that much. And the weather was good that day. Like it was hot, but by that time I think it was starting to cool down some. So of course all them seats was taken up. It was a real good day. Like it was families in there. Was everybody on tours? I'm not sure. But people just enjoying it, like enjoying that day out. And yeah, one thing I recall is a lot of people ordering pozole around me. I was like, I might be ordering the wrong thing. But then again, food be real spicy. So I hate to try something spicy and then like not be able to eat anything. Like I am not. Like, yeah, I'll try some things, but to like have that be kind of my whole meal, what I paid for, you can't eat none of it. Can't really do that. So, yeah, just pretty much the windows, very, very nice, like open. And the guy was telling me like, oh, we gonna sit you over here. Like, I'm like, I'll wait. I'm like, I want the window. Like, I want the table by the window. I'll wait. So luckily, yeah, it didn't take long at all. And the guy was real nice. And he let me take my time. I don't think I asked him to suggest anything, because I know it was the one thing that I really wanted to try that day, the huaraches. And just to try some different tacos, because I had tried, like, of course, street tacos, regular tacos before, but I feel like it's different when they be at the restaurant. And I think I read the reviews that their tacos was really good, and they might have been some of the best al pastor or pastor tacos that I had, and definitely the huarache. I didn't eat a huarache from nowhere else. Because I knew, I just knew, because I seen when they brought my plate out. It's like, okay, this, I think it had like beans, maybe meat on it, and like cheese. Now the sauces, I always ask, like, it's picante. I think he told me like all of them was picante, so I had to eat the stuff dry. But that's better than burning my mouth and the rest of my insides with that super spicy sauce. I could just stick up in that. Let me drink some water. Okay, so now I was so full, so full after that, and it's like, listen, in towns, in cities like that, you don't know where the bathroom at, or if you might have to pay some pesos to use the bathroom. No, I'm not saying saying number 2. Like, I was full, but of course I drunk I probably ordered mango juice or something like I always do. So, like, I needed to get home. Like, and then being full walking, I was like, I just can't even walk no more. Can't walk no more. My feet was hurting after a long day. So I knew there was a train station around. Maybe I passed it before, or maybe I just planned it out. I probably planned it out to make sure I knew where I was going after the restaurant. Because again, like, in the city, do not be like this. You're gonna be walking around looking crazy without a phone, sweetheart. Looking crazy. So make sure, like, before you move anywhere, especially if you on foot, not ordering an Uber, taxi, nothing like that, go ahead and put in where you need to go. Remember where you at. Look around you. Like, okay, if you see the fish place right here, okay, turn your map around, because the map, it will steer you wrong. It'll be like, yeah, it'll show like a line this way, but really that's a letter. That's a letter. So yeah, just planned it out and walked over there. Thank God I found the station. And I remember seeing a little girl, she was just like skating around. I think maybe her parents own the shop. Like, oh yeah, like I didn't mention this, like in the subway, like going down to the train areas, they be having vendors, like vendors selling everything, whatever. Like now for Atlanta train, like MARTA or whatever, I feel like it might be doggone illegal to even try and sell stuff down there. I don't remember people really selling anything unless they just soliciting to you. So yeah, like I love the fact that they have shops like for your convenience. I love people gonna make $1 when you can make $1 out there. Put in the work. Like, these are marketing geniuses. Everybody riding a train. Why wouldn't you have your shop set up at the train station? You gonna make some money. Somebody gonna buy something. It was just like that. First time me seeing that was in Seoul. First time seeing that there. Train stations, I got whole mall areas, a whole mall within the train system area. It's like, it's crazy to me. You got restaurants down there. You can buy some clothes. You buy some earrings. Like, I bought so many earrings from the train station shops because, like, you go out there and this is catching your eye. Like, okay, whatever you need. Like, did you forget? Like, did you leave something at the house? Like, did you leave your charger at the house? Did you leave, I don't know, whatever. Do you need some stockings? You need some pantyhose? Are you going to work? Pick them up. Pick them up on your way. You need breakfast? Pick it up. It's right there in the train station. I love it. So, same for Mexico City, yeah. Same. But yeah, I just thought it was so cute. Like, she just skating around the little, I don't know, it's like the entrance area. Just having a good day, chilling out while your parents working. Like, good day. Really good day. And yeah, after that, I think I went home. Probably just went home. Or if it is that same day or not that same day, I don't know. I may have been excited that, who is it? I may have been excited that, oh no, it's my sister. Yeah, I may have been excited that I actually knew where the train station was at after that. And I don't remember going down that far necessarily. So, it was good to see like what shops were down there. I saw like a bakery across the street. There were different shops around there, even little breakfast place. Did I say that already? I think so. Yeah, like, oh no, there was a bakery and a breakfast place. Like, all that stuff is around. So yeah, this is me talking about my day, going out to the museums and riding the train. And it's a lot of other stuff in between there, but whatever. You can wait for more videos. I'm happy to talk about them. It might be a little bit jumbled up, but you're gonna get the full story. All right.